welcome to your powerful messages for February from Spirit. This is your girl, Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Pisces. So for this message, Pisces, I am tuning into your energy to ask Spirit, what do you need to know about? What do you need to hear right now for the month of February? Anything that will be happening, anything you need to be aware of, or if anything has happened, why has it happened? So we can give you the clarity, insight, healing, guidance in regards to your month in February. And this can impact any aspect of your life, love and romance, career and finances, spiritual evolution, maybe all of them, but let's see what Spirit would like to bring forward and talk to you about that you need to hear. So if you have any beings of the light that you would like to welcome into this space, specific angels, ancestors, spirit guides, maybe even passed down loved ones, you are welcome to ask them to join us here now. So let's go ahead and tune in with my brand new sound bowl. Let's see what you need to hear. Let's focus on your energy. Any questions that you may have, you can ask them now as I use the sound bowl. So let's begin. All right, Pisces, a couple of things I saw for you guys. That for some of you, I saw a fox look dead in my eye. And I don't know if you've been seeing foxes or foxes are your spirit totem animal, but it really felt as if this fox was guiding me to make a choice to get on my feet and to think things out, because the foxes are very clever, very smart animals, and they're very resourceful, very cunning. So Pisces, there may be some sort of situation or decision you need to make using your head. And as a water sign myself who has Pisces rising, I completely understand where we like to get our emotions involved. We feel passionate about something, we love something. But Spirit is asking to set that a bit aside to look at the situation clearly, without any bias of other opinions that may sway your emotions, because there's something that you must see objectively, clearly, intellectually to move forward. And then I saw a heart-shaped bottle. It looked like a potion bottle or something. So for some of you with the fox and that combination, there may be someone who has deep romantic interest in you, Pisces, who may have been a bit silent, who's been observing, who's been analytical. This is the type of person that likes to think before they act, and they've been trying to analyze every aspect of you. This person likes to make a good decision. They don't like to waste their time, but they're zeroing in and focusing on you, Pisces. The letter F may stick out to you and stand out to you in some way, first, middle, last, initial perhaps. But yeah, let's kind of pull some more cards and see what direction this is going. Those are just a few messages for some of you guys. Doesn't have to be for all of you. Let's dive in and see what Spirit wants to tell you about February. We have the well, and this is a wishing well, right? Where you throw your pennies in and make a wish, and it says family wishes come true. Interesting. You know, I touched briefly on Aquarius' reading about family, generational behaviors, traumas, but I almost feel, Pisces, your ancestors are watching over you. Your ancestors that couldn't develop or succeed in their contracts that they were meant for that lifetime, for whatever reason they were experiencing and going through, but there's something you're fulfilling. Maybe even in February, maybe in the long run, that is healing that ancestral curse, that ancestral trauma, that ancestral wound that may be within your DNA. You're uplifting it, you're transmuting it. And maybe for some of my Pisceans, you're as far as succeeding as you're the first to have a graduate degree, you're the first to go to college, you're the first to make this much money. And not that money is everything, but there's something of healing in regards to your ancestral family wounds. And maybe, Pisces, through what you are discovering, what you are facing head on in February, is something that your ancestors have been carrying with them. But you're the person that is healing it. You're the person that is making them very proud. I have to say that for some of you, but let's keep going. Then we have the dragon. Some of you could be born near the dragon in Chinese astrology. Beware of self-delusion. Okay, so let's pull more. I don't feel that's anything other than when we succeed at something, some of us are tempted to get in a bit of our heads about it. Some of us are tempted to believe that what we have achieved makes us at a higher value than anyone else, which I'm not saying is what you're doing, Pisces. What Spirit does want to say with whatever you are healing, whatever you're gaining, is something that could go to anyone's ego, anyone's pride. And Spirit wants to remind you of that in whatever situation, Pisces, to not get carried away, although that could be tempting, although that could be, it's not saying you can't be happy for yourself, confident in yourself. It's that other end, right? You could be dealing with the dragon too, I gotta say. You could be dealing with someone that has self-delusion, someone that may think they're better than others. Maybe this is a family member, right? Because family's coming up here. And that is something you're kind of facing head on, maybe something that you are finally learning to heal in a way where maybe if this was a parent, if this was a sibling or someone prominent in your family, they may have made you feel like you had to be a certain way, you had to achieve what they wanted you to achieve. They thought what they wanted for you was best without taking your thoughts and actions into consideration. So I do feel for some of you guys that may have been part of the family pattern that has held back your ancestors, your generational ongoing lines for so long. And so I feel with this dragon here, there's something that you're finally facing with someone that is going to kind of balance out the karmic scales of what has been repetitive in your life or in your family life. Let's keep going. Oof, okay. We have the claw. Be careful, do not take risks. Love. Love is the most important thing of this situation I'm feeling. And maybe some of the ancestral behaviors, traumas have to do with aggression, have to do with assertiveness, have to do with if they don't get their way, they're just mean, nasty. And it comes from a lower vibration that just hasn't been healed. And Pisces, by responding with love, you're doing something here. You're raising your own vibration, but I feel even further than that, you're making an impact on everyone who is watching this situation, whether they're a part of it or even watching from the outside. What you choose to do out of love for yourself, out of the people who can't recognize that you're doing this for love, out of the situation you're trying to kind of face and overcome, you're going to be an inspiration for those. I mean, clearly your ancestors already see that, but beyond that, when you come through with love, it is going to be there for you to validate yourself that that is the most important tool in every decision you make. Now, again, for some of you with love is very prominent here. I do feel someone has feelings, someone has emotions towards you. But the thing I feel with the dragon and the claw is a couple things. For some of you, there is jealousy around your connection with this person. I'm feeling it's the fox. It could be anyone though, but for some of you, if it is with the fox, it's like this person's very good looking, this person's charming, this person could have anyone they want and they choose you, Pisces, and vice versa. And for some reason, there's a friend, a family member, a coworker, maybe even, that is just jealous of you getting all this love in your life because they probably just don't feel they have it within themselves. And so when you're not happy, you want to pull others down because misery loves company. I would, for a lot of you, advise that whatever it is that you're succeeding in, whatever it is you're looking to change, transmute, heal, I would keep it to myself or even progress forward in love. I wouldn't share it with a ton of people just yet because of the jealousy around you, because of the people who may want to see you fall. They're going to look for ways to kind of send that energy your way to block it. So maybe that's a reason why the fox came as well. To be moving in silence, Pisces, is something I do advise for a lot of you. And then we have handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. Whoa, for some of you, you may have yet to meet this person who has romantic interest in you, who has desire for you, love for you. It's going to be like right when you touch hands or right when you feel each other, it's going to feel electric. It's going to feel magnetic. But for others of you, if it's not so romantic related, yeah, I feel for a lot of you, whatever it is that is part of this family wish that's coming true for you, whether it's the ancestors that want you to gain this or something that you're achieving that no one else in your family has, it could be involving whoever you meet in February to give you a contract, to give you an offer. And I think it's only the start. I feel as if when you continue to be a part of this partnership, when you continue to be a part of whatever offer that is going to catapult you into wishes coming true, I think February is just the very beginning of the playground here for you guys. So yeah, this all seems good. Again, when you shine so brightly, not everyone is happy because they don't have it for themselves. I think a lot of you know who this is, though. I don't think it's a surprise. I don't think they're hiding. You feel their energy. You feel their negativity. And even when it's not so upfront, it's very passive aggressive. I feel it's the type of person that just gives you backhanded compliments or says something kind of mean and you react, obviously, because it's not nice. And then they shrug it off as, oh, I was just kidding. Why are you taking it so sensitively? No, you're being shady and you know it. That type of person. But let's see. Let's pull the tarot and dig deeper into this. I want to know more. Tell me more, Spirit, about Pisces in February. Wow, the Justice card with number 11, and this is balance in the beginning of the month. I feel, again, a lot of you are figuring out what it is you need more of in your life, what it is you need less of. And that could be what you want to pursue more, what you want to funnel your energy into. And for others of you, what to pull a little bit back on, maybe engaging with certain people that aren't rooting for you. Maybe it's kind of, if your energy is a bit fragmented, and not very directed, I feel you guys are getting into direction here that's putting a lot of balance back into your life. You know, I also see that this angel is presenting all the tools in front of him almost as an offering. So I do feel with this handshake for some of you guys, it could be by chance, it could be random. You meet someone offers you something. It's something a lot more impactful than when you're first going to feel it. You already get a good vibe, but I don't think you guys are seeing fully what's coming out of the other end of this. And I do feel if there's been some sort of situation where you've been overworking, you feel like people haven't been meeting you halfway, this is the person coming into your life that is going to see you, believe in you, want to work with you, want to build something with you. And it's going to be of equal balance here. But I do feel as well, you know, Spirit is saying you really need to start measuring the energy that's around you, the people, the situations, and you have to take it on the scales of love and fear. Because really, I don't like to use the word hate. I feel hate even comes from fear. So ultimately, that is the general emotion that's on the other side of love. But it's like when you look at your life and you put the situations, the experiences, and the people, and you dissect everything of it and see, okay, this person is in my life. Out of everything I've experienced with them, has it been lovely? Has it been exciting? Has it been nurturing and healing, comforting, supporting? Or has it been anxious, nervous? I can't feel like I can be myself. I feel like I have to dim myself. I feel like I can't reveal myself. And that's what Spirit kind of wants you to start doing at the beginning of the month, Pisces, is evaluate. And maybe that's why Spirit was telling me at the beginning of the reading to take emotions aside. Because there's things that maybe you've been trying to see the benefit of the doubt of, you've been trying to see through rose-colored glasses, that really the person or the situation isn't looking at you with those same rose-colored glasses, with that same value, with that same love, with that same respect. And I feel, Pisces, with this Justice card coming through, there is something to put to right that I feel is in your choice to do, your decision to do. But even beyond that, that Spirit is going to do for you. And maybe it's through exposing. Maybe it's through picking up on the vibes. Because at the end of the day, people lie, energy doesn't. So they can tell you all they want that they care for you, Pisces. But if you're around them and they just feel toxic, they feel draining, is that really love? Just because they're showing up when you call them. Are they there for themselves or are they there for you? And I'm not saying everything has to be around you, but when you're in a relationship, it does have to be balanced. And There's just something with the dragon and the claw that doesn't feel very balanced here. So Spirit wants you to pay attention to that and to address that with love. And you can love and let something go. You really can. Let's keep going. Tell me more. Ooh, the Two of Pentacles in the middle of the month, and it says movement, choices, decisions. So after you take this time to balance, to evaluate, to dissect, to put onto the scales what I still want to be a part of, what I still want to be a part of my life, and what no longer serves me, what no longer is inspiring me, I think there's some decisions you'll have to make, Pisces. And there's some things that will lead you to love, to wealth, to the unknown. It's really in what, even with this angel who's presenting all these tools and resources to me, is really saying this is your choice, Pisces, and you may be tempted to go the way that will feed your ego, feed your pride. Even having certain people around that one day they may be giving you all the praise in the world, and even that small amount of praise gives you a little bit of a boost, but the next day slamming you, talking behind your back. I'm kind of feeling too, Pisces, that some of you have come to learn about or have already known about this person. There's decisions to make that I feel Spirit is kind of guiding you to doing what's right with justice here, and to not be fooled or tempted by what seems to be glittering as gold. There's something where you, I feel at the core, know it's either too good to be true, or even that it's not as it presents itself to everyone else, but you see a different side of it just because you're a lot more a part of it. And with your ancestors around you, they want you to make the choice that will show your dedication of love to yourself, to your life, to those around you. Because like I said, even if you have to cut people away, and as painful as it may be, or as much hurt as they are in, it truly benefits the both of you if you realize and understand that what you guys were participating in together was tearing you guys apart, was manifesting as destruction and chaos in your life. It was in their life too. They just like to weather those storms a lot better. So Pisces, I do feel by the middle of the month, there is a choice you'll make. You'll need to make for yourself. And by making that decision, it is going to start to build the road ahead of you for 2023. And what Spirit wants to keep in mind very much is, for one thing, do not take risks. This is not the time right now to do something that is completely out there. And there will be other times, but not this time with this situation. And to ultimately do it out of peace, love, and higher self. And I feel too, Pisces, that for some of you on the other side of this with the love and the handshake, where this is romantic, this is someone that you're starting to fall for, you're starting to build feelings for. It doesn't mean you have to jump from one to the other so soon. Again, with that whole risk thing, you could start going down that path slowly, steadily, analyzing, observing, being cautious, but also still expressing your interests or your love. Everything is a balance. And I think in February, you guys are really understanding that everything doesn't have to be 0 or 100. I feel you're surrounded by people who are 0 or 100, or you feel pressured that if it's not 100, then you're at a 0. I think a lot of you are really starting to see that certain things in life do take time, do take patience, and do take a lot of love and nurturing to make it happen and to create. And I think that is a huge thing that was an ancestral generational trauma or curse for you guys, was that a lot of your family members, or even ancestors you never met before, because they didn't get it the first time, because it wasn't automatically theirs, they gave up and they let that opportunity pass them by, where they were never able to achieve what their heart desire was or what their blueprint was. Because as much as there's a plan for each and every one of us, we have free will. And not all of us start to go down that path that was meant for us because of the things we choose to do based off of the feelings we have or the circumstances in front of us. But there's something about you, Pisces. There's something about you your ancestors are noticing, paying attention to, zeroing in, that when you face this crossroad of what to do, they're guiding you towards love. They're guiding you towards freedom. They're guiding you towards self-respect. And it's time to do it, because I think the path will then start to show itself right in front of you. Doors will come open. People will come in. So that will be towards the middle of the month for a lot of you guys. For some of you, it could be to stay in your old job, go to a new job. For some of you, it could stay single or start to get involved. For others of you, it could be just a new mindset, a new way of living that is going to open so many more doors than if you were to stay in this stuck position that, honestly, I feel you guys were taught to believe. You were taught to think nothing was going to progress, that life is hard. Sure, life can be hard, but life could be beautiful in many other ways as well. And I think that you guys were grown up or raised by or surrounded by people who always looked at the glass half empty. Tell me more for Pisces. Ooh, another 2 with mental conflict by the end of the month. All right, and then bottom of the deck, we have power. Yes, yes, strength. Some of you could have Leo in your chart, Libra, Capricorn. It's all here. It may mean something to you, doesn't have to be. But as difficult as some things may appear to be, any challenges, anyone resisting, anything that may feel like it's trying to resist us and what we want to do, those are the moments that Spirit brings those situations into our life to show how powerful we really are. So you're regaining your strength in yourself, your confidence in yourself to make the right decision, even if there's people who don't understand, even if there's people who don't agree. Pisces, you know yourself more than anyone else. And so I feel with whatever this is that Spirit's guiding you to, that you go back, or am I sure this is right? I don't know. I feel the I don't knows, and am I sure I'm right voice is just repetitive things that people try to project onto you when you weren't doing what you wanted them to do. And so I feel that doubt has been kind of seeding within you, that Spirit wants to take hold of and rip out of your foundation, because it is not who you are. It is not the way you're supposed to live this life. Spirit wants you to gain your confidence back, your self-assurance again. And even if you look back and say, well, at those times when I did feel that way, I didn't come out the other end successful. I didn't come out the other end victorious. Couple things I have to say about that. Closed doors are protection from what is not meant to be yours. And what is meant to be yours shall not be withheld from you. It may not be the exact way we saw it to be or understood it to be, the outcome, but something better usually happens once we accept that closed door and move to something else, or just pursue it a different way. Another thing about that, Pisces, is anything that didn't come successful, didn't end up victorious, it provided a serious lesson for you guys. A lesson about how to choose, a lesson about what you need to know about yourself, what you need to know about others that may not be in the same vibration as you. So all those lessons did lead to something. And I feel like as a society, we're just so afraid to fail. We're so afraid to not succeed. But the most successful people in life are those that failed hundreds of times. They just kept going with that certainty, with that courage, with that love for themselves, for what they love to do, to keep going. Your birthday could be March 2nd, March 12th, February 22nd for some of you guys. But I feel, Pisces, if this mental conflict is not you, I feel, again, it could be the dragon in the claw that is trying to grip a hold of you, not understanding this new you that you're becoming, this new era you want to welcome into your life. They may be shook, seeing that you're not doing your usual accommodation, compromising. And I'm not saying be, ruthless and hurtful, but I'm saying you don't have to always compromise for others just so you can get everything to work smoothly. And because you're not doing that, I see for a lot of you, or spirit may be guiding you to not do that, it's going to get this person to think differently about how to treat you, how to approach you. If this is the romance in your life with this mental conflict here, yeah, I feel you're stumping on Pisces in a lot of ways. I do feel you're not the usual person they run into. You may be their type and that's why they're attracted to you. But I feel as if there's something different about you that your ancestors also acknowledge. And it's something where they're kind of always someone that is grounded, analytical. You're bringing something into their life that is making them a little bit more intrigued, a little bit more curious, a little bit more stumped. And I think that's something that is going to stick with them and want to continue to pursue with you, Pisces. But overall, this month is a lot about challenges that you may be facing, that you may have to address to finally resolve, to finally place boundaries in, to make the right choices, to move forward for your overall empowerment. February is about you, Pisces. February is about forming a new you, a new way of living, a new chapter you want to start, a new road that you want to go down, and feel confident in bringing it forward, regardless of what anyone has to say. But for a lot of you too, with family wishes come true, I do feel there's an opportunity here, an offer here that's going to be offered that is going to catapult you into this new chapter, into this new path that you've been wanting to start to go down, but have been not sure if it was the right choice or the right decision. Mid to end month, you'll definitely see how it was. You'll definitely be prompted to, and don't ignore those promptings. Let's continue. Tell me more about February for Pisces, Spirit. February for Pisces. Whew. Guys, I was not joking when I felt that envy around you. So if anyone, is just starting to treat you in a mean way, a low spiritual way, a low vibrational way, and they're not telling you the truth to why, when you ask them, what's up? Did I upset you? Did I bother you? No, you didn't. No. And they don't want to talk about it. It's because there's a wound within them that would be too embarrassing to lift to the surface. And it's because, I hate to say it, they're envious of you, Pisces. And you may be like, well, Mermaid, I'm not even like that. I haven't been where I want to go yet. There's still so much I want to accomplish. It's just you being in your energy, in your vibration of love that is at your core that disturbs this person, that repels this person, that instead of rooting for you, they're watching and waiting for your downfall. That isn't going to happen. So they could just let that go. But if you have that energy around you, know it's because of envy and jealousy. And I wonder if some of you were kind of just waiting, and not waiting per se, but just kind of reflecting, did I do something? Did I do something wrong? Not with this envy and this dragon and with this claw. And that's, again, why Spirit wants you to move in silence, because someone is watching you so intently, so closely, not to freak you out, but, just in the normal nosy way. So keep certain things to yourself, Pisces. You have a strong enough intuition, sixth sense to pick up who is there for you and who isn't. And I think if there's something so big you want to share it with the right people. But I wouldn't post it on social media yet. I wouldn't tell it to a big group of friends, especially ones that you don't know if you can trust. Just throwing that out there for some of you, because you don't want their energy, their bad wishes to be thrown into the mix of what you're trying to manifest and create. Let's keep going. For some of you, I just heard stepmother. Very random and probably very specific for some of you, but I'm confirming maybe that's where the envy's coming in, okay? Courage, yes. That's coming hand in hand with the Strength card. You're building your courage to trust yourself, to trust your dream, to trust your goals, to trust your feelings. And I get it. If you're from a family that, again, is pessimistic, is judgmental, is critical, it's very hard to trust yourself because they're always picking at you. it could be family, it could be friends, whatever you're finding yourself to be in. But Spirit is asking, despite what is around you, despite those that want your downfall, that don't want to see you succeed, be courageous enough to not let that empower you, to not let that overpower you, to overcome it. You are safe. Fear is an illusion. Set strong boundaries. Yep. That is basically what I've been telling you guys from the start of this reading, is to set boundaries and even beware of self-delusion. This may not be in an egotistical way. It may be in the way of when you don't know your power, you get very much lost in what you can't do and what you can't achieve, and making that your story just to be safe. That is not what's meant for you, Pisces, not this lifetime. And by breaking that chain, breaking that barrier, or at least starting to and taking the steps to do it, you're going to end up so much more blessed, so much more thankful that you didn't stay stuck in that fear and that doubt that either started from others projecting it onto you or what you formed after being around that for so long. Let's keep going. Tell me more about what Pisces needs to know, Spirit. Tell me more about what Pisces needs to know at this time. Amethyst. Yes, the February birthstone even. Revealing your true self. As you allow others to know the real you, you'll feel loved by who you truly are. And this is with the right people, the right environment, the right situations. Pisces, that's how you'll know who's on your team, is that with the people you are starting to pick up on that is coming from a loving place, is coming from a viewpoint of wanting to uplift you, and you share what your dream is, you share what your goal is. If they respond with words of encouragement, with words of support, that's who you'll know is part of your soul tribe. That's who you know is a part of your support system all around. And anyone who's like, oh, are you sure you can do that? I don't know. That'll take a lot of work. I don't know if you can make that. I mean, do you know how you're going to get there? Anyone who stifles the real you in expression and love, that's what you're starting to be very much attuned to, knowing and discovering this month in February. And this is coming under mental conflict too. So Pisces, again, becoming this new you. Or even, let's just say, if it's not a new you, rediscovering that part of you that may have been a bit buried, may have been a bit hidden to protect yourself. That you that's reemerging, let's just say, is leading you down the path you're always meant to be on. And I feel after this self-discovery, after really identifying who's around you in your life that love you and support you, and others that are just afraid and envious, you're really discovering your true purpose. You're discovering your true path, or at least the very beginning of the steps to get to that destination that your soul's been calling you and guiding you to do. This is just some damage control. This is just some cleanup. But at the other end of it, I do feel success. And that's why the twos are here. 222 may be a number confirmation for you to have faith. Sure, to have faith in God, have faith in spirit, have faith in the universe, but have faith in yourself. All right, Pisces, let's go ahead and get one more card. Anything else that Pisces needs to hear? A final message for my Pisceans for February. Pisces, you got 3 messages. So we have manifestation, and it says, believe in yourself. Trust your instincts and follow your heart, for in doing so you shall manifest all your heart's desires. The life you have for so long aspired to create will manifest soon. Positive change. Dare to be different. When you are criticized, remember that you will never please everyone. Many brilliant and gifted individuals were not fully appreciated or understood in their own lifetime, yet it is often they who have sown the seeds of change. Oh my goodness. Powerful messages for you. And the last one, positive outcome. At this very moment, you are sowing the seeds of your future through your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and attitudes. Whether through love, fear, or indifference, you are always creating something. So remember to keep your thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes positive, and you will create a positive outcome. If that hasn't tied the bow on top of everything I've been saying for this entire reading, I mean, Pisces, you're manifesting something here. And when it's about to come into our lives, we're at the very brink of it transforming our lives. There's a lot of fear and there's a lot of resistance, but we're meant to push through that. So despite the fear and resistance, we still come out on top. And that's your very message right now in this moment for February. So thank you so much, Pisces, for joining me for this beautiful reading. If it resonated with you, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Pisces, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Pisces.